Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Mavens. This is a special edition of Movie Mavens. I'm Carson Green.
And I'm special edition Annie Janes.
That's right, baby.
This week's Spicy Dub is special because it was voted on by you, the listeners. That's right, you voted on this. And if you didn't, that's because you weren't on our Instagram. We did a bracket tournament to determine what the fall spooky season double feature should be. And the winners were, for fall classic, we have Twilight.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
For fall horror, we have, or horror classic, we have The Exorcist.
The power of Christ compels you.
There was a lot of movies that these beat out, like a lot. And I'm curious why Twilight was voted on. Was it like they just wanted to hear us talk about it? Was it a meme vote? Is it people just genuinely loving Twilight as a fall classic? What do you think?
My guess, just knowing our listeners, even just a little teensy bit, I think they were doing a bit on us. I think that this was a little bit of a haha, which I'm down for. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind having a little haha. The only thing I do mind is that I had to pay for Twilight.
Not only did we have to pay for it, can I be honest?
Yeah.
I bought it. And
you're a sucker, dude. You're a sucker.
I am a sucker because it was $3.99 for the rental. It was $4.99 for the 4K. And I said, well, I can see myself watching this again, at least for the meme. Better own it, because this used to be on streaming forever. And of course, this is always how it goes. And it's time for Carson and Andy to watch it, and it's gone. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I own it digitally. I own Twilight, all right? Let me just get that off my chest.
Go off. Okay, well, I want to know, what was your lineup? What did you hope won in our bracket challenge?
Oh. Do you have the list still?
I have it written on the back of my 2025 insurance guide.
So I don't have that. Your little insurance book over there.
Okay, I'll just ratchet them off really quickly. So for fall spooky or fall classics, we got Practical Magic, Witches of Eastwick, The Craft, Sleepy Hollow, Death Becomes Her, Twilight, Knives Out, and When Harry Met Sally.
Let me stop you right there because I will forget.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a Witches of Eastwick. I had never seen it. I saw one photo with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton. Yeah. And I said sign me up for that. Never seen it, but I really want to. And maybe I'll still be able to squeeze it in this fall, but the listeners said otherwise. What was your pick from that list?
Honestly, probably The Craft.
That was another one of mine. Haven't seen it. Looked great. Looked fun.
Yeah. I love to watch Knives Out too. But whatever. Also, maybe I was secretly hoping for Twilight. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so for fall spooky, we had Coraline, The Exorcist, Night of the Living Dead, Hereditary, Scream, Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween, and The Babadook.
I actually was hoping for The Exorcist because I hadn't seen it and I needed a reason to watch it. But of course, no matter how much I want to cross something off my watch list, I definitely wanted Coraline before that. I just love Coraline. I think that movie is amazing. Yeah. And I haven't seen it enough.
Yeah, I feel the same. And it was the 15th anniversary this year.
Yes, in theaters.
Yeah.
So And I thought it'd be really cool to like do a deep dive on it, like on the show. Yeah. But I was really happy with The Exorcist, and I was really happy that it wasn't Hereditary. I did not want to have to watch that again.
Honestly, me too. If it was Hereditary, I think I definitely would have FaceTimed you and we would have had to watch it together. I couldn't endure that alone.
No, that would be fun. We should do that just in general at some point. That would be fun. We should. It doesn't have to be Hereditary, just like for anything else. Coraline, whatever.
Well, I was hoping that it was Night of the Living Dead, to be honest. I just haven't watched that movie in a while, and it just reminds me of Halloween.
Yeah. I seen that movie all the way through? I have, but maybe not since I was like 13. It's definitely use a rewatch.
The thing that I love about Night of the Living Dead is that it's like a social commentary on Vietnam, which is really fun. Like the Vietnam War.
The thing I love about Night of the Living Dead.
I'm serious. Like whenever you put it in that perspective, like it becomes a different movie.
I probably have not seen it with that in mind, because I think I saw it with the mind of, ooh, you're telling me I can get liquid latex and make zombie makeup? Like,
yeah. Totes.
And I did do that. So
hell yeah, bro.
I would have been down for that as well. All right, but I love our matchup. I'm so excited to talk about it.
Me too.
And yeah, Twilight. I wanted to watch Twilight. Fine. I wanted.
Fine.
There it is. Jesus.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about it or what?
Of course I do.
You're impossibly fast and strong. You gotta give me some answers.
I'd rather hear your theories.
I have considered radioactive spiders and kryptonite.
It's all superhero stuff, right? What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?
Okay, Annie, please, I'm begging you to hit me with some facts.
Twilight came out in 2008. Yes, it's been that long. It's directed by Catherine Hardwicke, starring Kristen Stewart, Kay Stu, Robbie Pat, Taylor Lautner, and Anna Kendrick. It has a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Generous.
Here's a description from IMDb. When Bella Swan moves to a small town in the Pacific Northwest, just say Forks, Jesus, she falls in love with Edward Cullen, a mysterious classmate who reveals himself to be a 108-year-old vampire.
Sounds like a pedophile to me.
Okay. Wow. Carson?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Well, okay, so to be perfectly honest, I don't think that I've ever seen this movie all the way through. Obviously, I know about the movie. Obviously, I think I've seen like later ones, some of the sequels, but I don't know that I've ever seen this one all the way through. I never read the books. I wasn't really into this wasn't really my jam in high school, which is when this came out. So watching it today as a 31-year-old was quite interesting. I'll just say that. It was quite interesting. It was damn near painful to watch, I think. I just have so many things to complain about. Number one, off the top, why was Kristen Stewart just inhaling the entire time?
Girl, take a breath. Okay.
She just, every line that she delivered, just every time she was on screen, she was inhaling. It was just like, she couldn't get enough air.
I don't know. Like the Gen Z edits where she's like, like that was her. I don't know if that came through on the mic, but it was a perfect impression.
Okay. And then they just, every character, and I will give them this, and I want to say that this is probably the direction of Catherine Hardwicke because she works with people really well. As we can see in her other filmography, okay, we're not holding this one against her. But every single character had so much emotion. There was so much emotion pumping through them. Didn't necessarily come across as motivated or necessarily like appropriate or interesting. Not really, but they were committed to it.
Absolutely.
Like, for instance, Edward being just incredibly peeved off for whatever reason. And he snaps at her when they're in the greenhouse, and she's like, tell me how you got to me so fast, Edward. Yeah. And he was like, you're just gonna have to live to be disappointed. It was like borderline yelling at her.
Yeah.
Very upset, very, very mad, not demure at all. The hissing, the growling, the snarling of it all.
Yeah.
And finally, I have to comment on Bella and Edward themselves. What is that story? Just genuinely, what the fuck is this story? He is a pedophile. This doesn't work. Not even on paper, bro. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's 100 years old and he's dating a 16-year-old? And and then whenever she says, I am irrevocably in love with him, it's like you've said 100 words to this guy.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing is that I think he was immortalized when his frontal lobe wasn't developed. So I think he got stuck as a teenager. He got stuck as a 17-year-old. And I think that would maybe be the excuse for how it works. But it's like, my man has lived 108 years.
Uh-huh.
So it actually doesn't work on paper. There's a lot of things that don't work in this movie. But there are about 3 things I am absolutely positive of.
Stop, Annie, never say that to me ever again.
Number 1, Edward Cullen is a walking red flag.
Bro, what is his deal? He has an attitude problem.
Number 2, Claire de Lune is great. She was right about that.
Who's that?
That's the piano song that he's playing in his room, and she's like, Claire de Lune is great.
And then next shot, he's just playing a piano. Where are they in that scene, by the way?
They're back at home. Uh-huh. Okay. 3.
Okay.
I unconditionally and irrevocably had a pretty good time with this movie. So much so that I feel a little inspired to watch the rest.
Oh my God.
When I say I had a good time with this movie, it's because it's bad.
Okay, watching this movie, it kind of dawned on me. And I realized that this script just had so few words. You know what I mean? Like, there was so few words spoken.
Yes, there were so few words spoken, and yet for some reason, I knew everything that Bella ate. Like, I knew every order that was at the restaurant. Mm-hmm. Like, there was only, 200 words, but 20 of them were, here's your garden salad, or here's your veggie burger, or whatever the lines are.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange.
Quite strange. It's just like, I understand that this is like a high school, it's like a young adult novel. It's supposed to be a love story. But God, oh my God, I wish they would have put an ounce of effort into the script. Like, just 1 ounce.
It feels to me that, like, I think it's too married to the source material, and that was a mistake because it doesn't make sense. I can tell that it's just like following the beats of a book, and I'm like, they should have just read the book once, put that fucker down, and then said, all right, what do we got?
Yeah. Even Rosalie, Nikki Reed's character, which, by the way, I need to have a word with hair and makeup. I need to speak to them right now. Why did they do her like that? Also, why was she in, like, sparkly pumps? Like, what?
I know, when she comes around the counter and you're like, girls in heels right now in her own home.
Oh, why did they just, that wig was so awful, it did her no favors. But another character who was having some emotions, very big emotions, very strong.
That's so true. And like, we never really understand why.
I'm sure it'll come later.
I guess so, but that I'm not in it for later. I'm here right now. The biggest like downfall, what you're talking about, is I feel that way about Edward. Like, he's just mean to her. Even when he's in love, he's like mean to her. It's just very weird. I don't know. I never see her falling in love. It feels like we're just following the beats of the book, essentially.
Yeah.
And okay, but I will say this. You mentioned Kristen Stewart's breathing. In my memory, the performance was actually worse. And having seen it now, it wasn't as bad as I remembered, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, you know who actually didn't give that great of a performance? This is so funny. Robert Pattinson put on the worst accent I have ever heard.
Oh, I wasn't caught up in his accent, but his faces. I felt unattracted to the man, or not attracted to the man, because of all the faces he kept making. That's what was throwing me off.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm glad that you had fun. I myself was doing a lot of cringing.
Yeah.
I also just like, okay, in comparison to The Exorcist, which is just it's just like, I mean, we'll get to it, but it's just really well shot. Okay,
yes.
This is like The Exorcist is a great example of blocking. It's a great example of like all kinds of different framing scenarios. We've got close-ups, we've got mid-frames, we've got those big frames of like people walking. Like,
yeah,
it's just
we're in that house for 2 hours, and it looks they're gonna find a new way to shoot it every time there's a scene.
Yeah.
Not so much here.
The Dutch angles were.
I know those affect you.
They could have killed me. I like in the biology class. Why did we have a Dutch angle in biology class, dude?
I don't know. They were pretty bad.
There's this one-oneer of Kristen Stewart coming out of the house, and the camera like is on her coming out of the house, and then she walks past the camera, and then they like go with her, but they stay on her face, and it's too tight on her face, and so it's just like white skin, not really a face. What were they doing? What is going? Well, anyway, they shot it in 48 days. So,
is that right?
Yeah.
48 days. And The Exorcist I believe it had 85 days budgeted, and they ended up using 212.
It was from August to March, bro.
Yikes. I mean, it probably had like a little bit of like a Disney Channel original movie treatment. Like, Kristen Stewart's in this, and Gus was like, it's weird they cast her. And I'm like, actually, it isn't, because think about, like,
bro, she was in The Getaway
Liar.
Kid. Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
The Getaway Kid.
The Getaway Kid, exactly. So, a lot of this movie is just working against it, but then a lot of it's really weird. She's holding a cactus in the beginning in Phoenix, and then she goes to Forks. She gets on a plane and goes to Forks. And then she's still holding it in Forks. It's very strange. Like, she did not put the cactus down for that whole flight. Things that just don't make sense, like you said. The fact that the Cullens are like a family, but they're also all together romantically. And they even call this out. Like, Anna Kendrick is even like, oh yeah, Dr. Cullen, he's like a foster dad / matchmaker. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's fucking weird. Like, I know that that's the cover story, but it's weird that we're just like believing that. Mm-hmm. They didn't think of a better cover story. Edward said this line, and this really bothered me. When Bella's at their house and she sees all the graduation caps, which already that makes no fucking sense. Why wouldn't you just be 18 somewhere? But he says the younger we start out in a new place, the longer we can stay there.
Nikki Reed looks 25, bro.
Literally. And not only that, it's like, where to even begin? Why bother going to school? That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Nikki Reed, who's the guy that plays Emmett? Man comes into high school with sideburns and a receding hairline. Riding on top of a Jeep.
Why was he standing up in the Jeep, bro?
I don't know, but that made me cringe. I will say, once we get to the baseball scene, the movie doesn't really stop. Baseball scene's hilarious. So what an out-of-pocket fucking moment. What
Why
a
were
weird
they snarling, dude?
It's so weird that they're like, yeah, we have fun, but all Edward has ever done is like bitch and moan and gripe and complain.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm supposed to believe that this guy just plays baseball. But from then on, the evil vampires show up, and basically it's that to the end of the movie. But I was thinking, like, imagine if this movie, like, if I had to redo it, if there was like an actual mystery around who was doing these killings, and the police are trying to figure it out. The police being Bella's father, isn't that interesting? The police are trying to figure it out, and then they eventually think it's the Cullens, perhaps. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That could have been cool. Mm-hmm. The girl that the boyfriend of the main character. Oh God! But instead, we just get voiceover and breathing for an hour and a half minimum.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, I think they probably didn't have a lot of creative liberty. I would venture to guess. I bet the fans were so rabid at the time that
this movie was held hostage by 13-year-old
It literally
girls.
was. It literally was. Well,
I'm sorry that you had a cringy time. But I was cracking up. I actually had a good time. I want to keep watching these. If I can wrangle some friends together, I will continue watching this series, because I imagine it's only going to get worse. Oh, Jacob barely in it. I was very surprised by that. Yeah. All this Jacob talk. He like unceremonious introduction, and then he's in like 2 scenes.
Yeah. Very white teeth. Yeah, I don't know. 1. This is a 1. For me, and it's for Catherine Hardwicke. That's it. And the
Yeah, there's some good music. I'll give it a 4.
That's so generous of you.
Yeah, I was entertained. Okay, 2.5 out of 10. Let's move on and talk about The Exorcist.
You're gonna die up there.
I need reassignment.
You're the best we've got.
I think I've lost my faith.
Is there someone inside you?
Sometimes.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Is it Captain Howdy? You ever heard of exorcism?
How do you go about getting an exorcism?
I beg your pardon? I'm Damien Karras. I'd like to help you. Where's Regan?
In here with us.
Okay, please, will you please hit me with some facts?
The Exorcist came out in 1973. He's directed by William Friedkin, starring Linda Blair, Ellen Burstyn, Jason Miller, and Max von Sydow. It has a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. Here's the description from IMDb. When a mysterious entity possesses a young girl, her mother seeks the help of 2 Catholic priests to save her life. Okay. Had you seen this before? Probably. That's my guess. But what did you think?
Yes, I had seen it before. Thank you for asking. You haven't seen it. This is your first watch?
This is my first watch.
Okay, I want to hear from you first.
Well, I really enjoyed it. If you recall, a few weeks ago, I had watched The French Connection. That was another classic movie I hadn't seen, also directed by William Friedkin. And I thought it was a victim of, oops, too many movies have been made since this, and it takes away the spark of the original. But I will say that was not my experience with The Exorcist. I think it it was really good. And there was a lot going on that I enjoyed. And it was cool seeing, I think, what just inspired it all. You know how many, like literally what inspired it all. That's so crazy to me. It was really scary. People, the royal they consider this to be potentially one of the scariest movies of all time. And I don't know that it was the scariest movie I've ever seen, but it was extremely freaky, which is wild considering it's from 1973. The makeup, I was so impressed by. It genuinely, and the eyes genuinely, really.
Yeah, the eyes.
Yes, really impressed. There's some things I don't know that I followed, like the significance of the medallion, perhaps. And
me neither. Where did that even? What happened?
Yeah, and then the artifact. Then there's also the artifact. Bit of a mess too. You know?
Yeah.
There was an artifact that was just found on the steps outside?
Yeah, by the homicide. But I thought that the father, like the Marin found it at the beginning in Iraq.
Yeah, he did.
So how did it get... And then he was in upstate writing a book, so how did it get...
I don't know.
Outside Reagan's window.
I like all of those elements, but it was lost on me. I thought it would have been a cooler, like, this is why. I never really got that. Yeah. Yeah, didn't love that stuff, which is a bummer. Like when it opened, I was like, whoa, we're in Iraq, and this is a artifact movie. I was like, oh, cool. But I didn't feel like any of that was satisfying by the time the movie was over.
I think the movie attempts to link us from the artifact to Reagan in the scene where the homicide investigator picks up that clay turtle.
Yeah, the artifact.
So maybe the clay turtle in the house, and is like, oh, did Reagan make this? So maybe he, like, we were supposed to infer that somehow Reagan came in to possess that artifact. But I wish they had showed us that. Like,
yes,
I would have thought that the priest was like holding on to that motherfucker for dear life. Right.
Agreed. So
yeah,
that was a little meh to me. I also kind of thought it was strange that there were two priests at all. Like,
yeah,
I kind of thought the main one, Demi. I thought he would just be doing it, and the fact that the old guy from the beginning came back was wild because he didn't like connect the artifacts in any way. Yeah. Anyways, I'm getting caught up in the plot of it all, but aside from all of that, I thought it was cool. This is the first horror film to be nominated for Best Picture.
That's insane. That's crazy.
I know. And it had other noms, but other fun fact, the scenes where it was cold, you do that now and you put CGI smoke. You don't even need CGI smoke. You get an MOV with some smoke, you put it on and you color correct it blue or whatever. They had to make a cold room, and in order to get the breath to come out, and it was so cold that they could only shoot 3 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sick. The dedication is legit.
Here are some more fun facts for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so they started out with a $5 million budget. By the end of it, they had doubled that.
What did it have something to do with only shooting 4 shots a day or whatever? Because it's 3 minutes at a time.
And also they were working with a child actor.
Oh yeah,
who could only be on screen for X amount of minutes a day.
True.
Okay, as you mentioned, it started out, they were supposed to film for 3 months?
Yeah.
And then they ended up shooting for 6 months because of some mysterious injuries that happened on set.
Okay, this movie is one of those that had an alleged curse befall production.
Cursed.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so number one, a mysterious fire. A fire on set. No one was injured in the fire, but fire, bad juju.
Yeah. Destroyed the set, I'm assuming.
Number two, a crew member lost a toe. That's not all. Another crew member, different crew member, lost a finger. Okay, the actor who played Linda Blair,
yes,
suffered from a permanent spinal cord injury.
Wait, Linda Blair is the actor, but isn't that the girl?
Blair is the actor. Reagan.
Yes. Whoa, a permanent spine injury?
Permanent spinal cord injury.
Oh my, I would guess it's when she's sitting up and down again, because that was wild. That was the kind of thing where I was like, this is scary, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
Her stunt double also suffered from a permanent spinal cord injury.
Oh my gosh, they were throwing this girl around.
So, this movie, it came in hot.
It had its victims.
It had its victims. It did have a certain curse. And I think, all of these things were coming out in the press as they were happening.
Oh.
Which created intrigue.
The hype train.
This movie ballooned.
Oh.
And we had a year between production wrap and when it premiered. And in that year, people were excited. People were, in 1973, this was a big fucking deal.
That's cool.
And yeah, I will say still, despite having seen many, many devil movies, many, many demon movies, many, many exorcism movies, possession movies, I've seen my fill, this movie is still very scary. There are some moments, and they're even really subtle, when the phone rings. That felt that was the first jump scare.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh my god, there's tension. This is tight. This is tense. I really liked the priest's character. I felt he that character just approached the entire situation really uniquely because he was a psychiatrist and also a priest. And even then, whenever he went to go ask the church itself if he could do an exorcism, the church was like, are you sure this girl needs an exorcism? And he was like, not really. No, can't say. Don't really know.
Yes, I love when there's a uniquely qualified person, though.
Yes, and he was skeptical.
He was skeptical.
I appreciated that. He didn't just think oh, this entity is telling me it's the devil, I should believe it. I also really liked just how Reagan's character devolved. She started out this cute and fun, interesting 12-year-old girl, and the mom was really engaging and a present parent, and they were cute and fun together. And I really liked how her character devolved, and the mother was so concerned and was screaming at doctors and just advocating for her daughter.
Yes, I did love that. Also, they immediately went to the doctors to figure that mystery out, and all of that stuff was also wild.
Dude, whenever they stuck a needle in her artery in her neck,
and it just started shooting blood out. What the fuck?
That was creepy. That was spooky,
that was very creepy. And even the machine to get the scan of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that old hospital tech was inherently scary. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, but like that scene of the mom in the room with all those doctors, and she's just screaming at them.
Yes.
Help me.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you saying? Like, fix my daughter. Tell me what's wrong. I loved that.
When they're in the like office room. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. The vomit, let's just touch on the vomit.
We must.
That vomit scene has been done and done and done and done over and over and over again. I feel like it's been bludgeoned at this point. But I remember the very first time I saw it, I think was in Scary Movie. Do you remember that movie?
Gosh, I don't remember the vomit, but of course they would. Of course they would.
And it went on in Scary Movie for like a solid 30 seconds.
Yeah, like a Family Guy joke. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. So, watching it back and it just being, a moment, like a spat, really.
Yeah, it was more of a spit than a vomit. It just looked terrible.
Yeah, it looked super gross. Bro, it was like pea soup or something.
Literally, we were like, split pea soup.
It was just really nasty. And, oh my God, and then her like stabbing herself in the vagina.
With a cross?
That was traumatic, bro.
Extremely traumatic. They really were like, what's the worst thing? What's the evilest thing we can cook up? And I think that was what it was. And her having to say like vile shit over and over again.
And then later, the tongue. Oh my God, that was insane.
The tongue, of course, there's the classic like spinning of the head.
Yep.
Yeah. Good shit.
This, I will say though, the ending was kind of like, oh, okay, that's it, it's over.
With how it resolved, like with how, here comes a spoiler, with how Demi like took the possession on and then jumped out the window.
Yeah, and then like 3 minutes later the movie was over. But I guess like that's kind of how horror rolls, to be honest with you.
That's true. I like the idea of like him taking it on. We've been with him this whole time, like the skeptic in him, like his like struggle with faith. All of that was cool. The homicide detective, I thought he'd be a little more involved, just in general. Yeah. Although I will say I love that he was just a fan of movies. That was his character. Hilarious. He just liked movies.
Was this okay, so this is on Max. Was this like a restoration print or like this movie looked really fucking good?
Dude, I was thinking the same thing. I don't know if it was, but oh my God, film really just holds up like as a medium. Yeah. It looked so good. The most famous shot where the priest is like gonna enter her home, like the older priest, and he gets dropped off by a taxi. Holy shit.
With the fog and everything?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And all the zooms. I really loved the way this was shot. Even too. Like the camera moving around the staircase when chaos is like wreaking hell. Incredible. Yeah. Incredible. It's a classic, but it's like a classic that I would recommend because I think it still holds merit overall.
Me too.
Like I think it's a worthy watch, not just if you're trying to like do classic film school watches, just if you like horror films, definitely watch this one. That's what I'll say.
I agree. It had been a while since I saw it. I'm glad we watched it.
Me too. Thanks voters.
Yeah, thanks voters for making us suffer and then giving us this gem.
We'll do it again. We'll do it all for you.
Well, that's all I have to say unless you have anything else.
No, I just wanted to call out that one shot where they're like following the fucking, I don't know, nanny, au pair, whoever she was, up the stairs and she's leading the doctors into the house. Kind of like invented a Steadicam before they had a Steadicam, before Steadicam was invented. And like it was basically like a man in a swing holding a camera, and then the swing is like rigged around the stairs, and they pull the man around the stairs. I think they had to make the lighting move also for the shadows. Either way, it was really cool. I know that the budget was doubled, but I see why. They were really doing a lot.
You saw the budget, bro.
Yes.
And you know I love to see a budget on screen. That massive opening shot of her on the campus shooting that movie, that was a big like
That was
scene.
a big day. That was a big day for them. Yeah. Straight up. Okay, I'm ready to score. I'm going to give this. Ooh, this is hard. This is hard to score. It's hard to score classics like this. But my personal opinion, this is going to be, oh my God. I guess I'm going to give this a 7. Maybe an 8. Maybe an 8.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it. I guess I'll say 7.
Okay. Well, for me, this is a damn near perfect movie, except the little things that we were talking about earlier with the necklace and the artifact that kind of fell a little flat for me on this watch. I'm gonna give it a 9.
All right, 8 out of 10 overall. I feel bad saying 7 now. I almost want to take it back, but movie made score 8 out of 10. It's fine. It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Okay, well, folks, thanks for listening. If you want to recommend our next double feature, or if you just have a movie that you want to recommend to us, hit us up on Instagram at Movie Mavens, follow us on TikTok at Movie Mavens Podcast, or, write us an email at moviemavenspodcast@gmail.com, and that's it. Movie Mavens all the way out.